Alright, so we're jumping in, starting this in the middle of it, but I just wanted to go ahead, and now that I'm starting to climb again on the ladder, I wanted to try and record my way up to Legend. I'm going to be probably trying to put this up on YouTube, but we're about to get circled here, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty rough. We're pretty ahead still, though. As you can see up here, I'm currently 13 and 5 with this version of the list. I was playing a list without the booms and was at a basically 50% win rate, up in right in the middle of rank 5. So I think here we have 6 mana, so we're probably going to be playing Haunted Creeper. So we need to implosion this first. Let's see how many we get. Just the 2, which means he can heal, clear one, and then heal the Light Warden, so we're just going to go ahead and play an additional point of power on the board. If we get Shadow Madness here, it's a little bit awkward, but it's not actually even that bad of a Shadow Madness turn. But yeah, so I'm currently 13 and 5 with this list. I was messing around with Tempo Mage, but it's a little bit weak right now, just because everyone knows how to play around all of the cards in the deck. Shadow Priest is a bit awkward. I probably could have played around that a bit better, but if he doesn't clear... Okay, he does clear. I was going to say, we have Owl if he doesn't clear our Imps. Having another Imp would have been nice, because I could have just Life Tapped last turn, but we'll see. We have Defender. So we could Owl Defender, silencing the Haunted Creeper, killing it off, creating this, but he could then heal this up, and I don't want the Light Warden to become too big of a problem. So we're probably playing 2 things this turn. I want to, I think, play this Piloted Shredder just because it's a lot stickier. So we're going to play the 1-1. We're going to play the Shredder, and I want 2 things to be able to Defender up next turn and start clearing away some of his board. So, we'll start with that. Let's see. Loatheb is fine. I don't have any spells I want to really cast next turn. He can still clear that and heal. That's really unfortunate. We got a 1 health minion. We can still shove this Nerubian Egg into the Shadow Priest, unless he has Circle here, or Light of the Naro. That's actually... So I think we're probably going to actually end up losing this game, despite this being a very favored matchup. I have not lost to a Priest yet. So we can make this a 1-2. We can maybe give it Wind Fury, but that seems really greedy. We can tap, but if we tap, what do we draw into? We have the potential for maybe a Doomguard. Loatheb's not helpful. We can maybe draw Implosion, but even if we draw Implosion, we can't kill anything. So I think we have to go for this sort of YOLO play with Enhanced Volcano. We got Divine Shield, which is actually probably the worst, but we need to clear away something here. So they're probably actually going to clear all of this for free. He heals the Shadow Priest, gets a 3-2, hits the 3-2 into our 1-3. Probably just shoves the Shadow Priest right back into our Enhanso, because being at 1 health is not even actually bad against Zoo, and I'm clearly Zoo. I'm not Demon Lock. I showed Knife Juggler. I showed I guess I haven't shown Direwolf Alpha yet. Haunted Creeper sometimes in Demon Zoo, but or Demon Luck. It's not actually the worst though. Or he looks like he's gonna take the Loatheb and heal that. I still think that getting the 1 more extra point of damage would have been nice. Now, what you should be generally drawing before you take the rest of your turn, unless it's dependent on like what pops out of a Shredder or something like that, but generally you want to draw first, because it lets you decide with more options how you want to take your turn. So we have a Direwolf, so we can clear Loatheb, but that also leaves up Light Warden. So what we might end up doing is silencing Light Warden, But I don't know if maybe I should be clearing the North Star. Either way, we have so much mana, we're going to life tap first, so we have options. This is going to be getting a later turn, but for right now, I think what we need to be doing is clearing the Northshire Cleric and silencing the Light Warden. And we just add this because we need to develop our board. The Divine Shield makes it a little bit annoying. It's also a 1/1, so he doesn't really have to deal with it. He can probably just... I think what optimal would be... kill the 2/2, kill the other 2/2 with Loatheb. Never mind, he has Alkanize, so he's going to shoot the 2/2, throw a 1/1 into our 3/1. Probably hit the 2/2 with the... I want to say a Loatheb if he's playing around Implosion. If he's not playing around Implosion, he'll probably actually just full ignore it. No, that can't be correct. Wild Pyro. Okay, so this is a very different version of Priest. We might actually just lose because this is not what we're normally up against. I'm a lot better against the standard like Light Bomb Priest, or even just like Vol'jin Priest, just because none of my stuff except for like Boom is big enough to worry about it. We life tap. We're pretty much dead anyway. Let's see, he has 10, so we have to flame him if we want even a chance of doing this, but if we're going to do that, we want to... So this is going to go there, this is... So we need to do this first, because we don't want to waste any of our damage. This goes here, this goes here... Yeah, we're still guaranteed dead, so... Well played. Yeah, we concede. So we're 13-6, it's not terrible. 68%. Up still at rank 4. I didn't record earlier just because I didn't have Hearthstone Deck Tracker set up. I still don't have the capability to stream with my internet, but for now I'm just going to try and make YouTube videos of me climbing up this ladder and see how it goes. I'm currently using Zoo. I did try Tempo Mage. I tried Grim Patron, but Grim Patron right now is actually really bad against Zoo, which there's a lot of. Grim Patron is only okay against Demon Lock. Face Hunter, I tried to play Demon Lock a bit, but there was just a lot of Face Hunter yesterday. I don't really want to play against that with Demon Lock, and I don't have as much experience with the deck, and I'm also missing Thalnos, which makes the deck a bit worse, since you no longer have the Thalnos Mortal Coils, the Thalnos Hellfires, Thalnos into Shadow Flame, or like Bane of Doom, and so the deck's just not nearly as potent. We're playing against another Warlock. I don't know if it's Zoo or Demon Lock. He did keep only 2 cards, but he did keep 2 cards out of his 4. So probably more an aggressive bent, because they're not looking as hard for early game, because they have a lot of it anyway. Yep, alright, so there's the Flame Imp. No coin, which means probably coin Gang Boss. And so I'm going to try and get ahead on tempo a bit. We're going to just drop this because even if he plays Gang Boss, this Flame Imp is going right into our Voidwalker, and then we just trade the Divine Shield away for the 3/2. We still have our 3/2. If we need to, we can silence the Gang Boss, but I think we want to save that for when he defenders something. If he plays the Knife Juggler here, we actually probably just trade with the Knife Juggler, but we want to be the one dictating the game in Azumir at all times. When you stop being the one presenting the threats and you have to be the one answering everything, that's when you know you're losing. Alright, Nerubian Egg, so this tells me he has at least 1 buff minion in hand. He has coins, so he could coin Defender. We don't have anything we really need to develop right now. We don't have anything. I mean, we could Implosion our own Nerubian Egg, but in the Azumir that's not really what we want to do, so we're going to life tap first. Gang Boss is fine. So we trade the Divine Shield away, we hit here, we're probably going to lose our Flame Imp to an Abusive Sergeant, and that's fine. We may have to risk an Implosion, yep. So we're probably going to life tap unless he has a 2-drop. But like if he had a 2-drop, okay, so that's a Voidwalker. So what do we have to work with? We have a Defender of Argus. We're not going to play the Defender of Argus. I don't really want to YOLO an Implosion on the Nerubian. Just because we can't follow it up with the silence to get past the taunt and kill it if we get the 3 roll. I think what we want to do is set up to have some minions to buff with Defender, so we're going to Implosion the 1-3. We did get the full 4. We trade for the 2-1 because we just want to have the biggest board possible. Because we want to just be in control of the board at all times. What is going to coin? What 5 drops is he coining out? Oh man. Okay, so Sea Giant Zoo is actually pretty bad for us here. I kind of want to tap for a Power Overwhelming, but it won't do us any good here. Our mana curve is also going to look really bad right now. We also could get Direwolf, so I think we need to tap here. We need to look for some sort of a buff. That is not what we were looking for, so we get for Gang Boss, and we're just going to throw all of our dudes into this 4-4. We can't let it live. This 8-8 is a problem. We can't really do much about it right now. I think that's actually a really good tech. I might consider that, because with all of the resurgence of Paladin, because of the resurgence of the Zoo, and all of the, especially Demon Lock, it helps. You just get to play it for almost nothing. Like, he played a 5-mana 8-8, which is great. It makes Fel Reaver just look terrible, and it is. But so he's gonna life tap. Means he doesn't have too much to play. Probably a Gang Boss or just a 2-drop. That's fine. He's going face, which is good for us. We have Boom next turn, so I think we want to. So do we? I think we can Nerubian, Defender of Argus, get ourselves 2 taunts. Or if we Knife Juggler, trade here. No, so we need the double taunts, and we're not going to throw our taunts into this 8-8 because we need the bodies. So this is going to die to the 8-8. It means the 1-2 is probably not going to get through our 1-3. If we hit here, we give him 2 dudes, and we negate the possibilities of getting Knife Juggler shenanigans. I think that's probably the better option. We also get an extra body on the field. He gets an extra body on the field, but this is going to be dead to the 8-8 regardless. So I think this is a better play, because either way these still... I mean, this lets an Abusive get through here, but that's fine. We get a 4-4 next turn. We have Boom and Silence. We have a Knife Juggler, Loatheb. We have lots of ways to sort of try and dig ourselves out. We're still really behind because this 8-8 is just a problem. That's an out. That's really rough. The 8-8 is still going to hit our 3-4. I lied. So I think we're not dead, but we're really close to dead. If he has the Abusive, we're just dead. So he's just going to put us out of life tap range, I think? No, he's not. So we need a Power Overwhelming really badly. So this is where I would have put me out of life tap range. He did not. So we're going to see if we can dig ourselves out of it. We have to life tap. None of our answers on like we have in our hand deal with the board. We do in fact get the Power Overwhelming. So we need 1 damage here, we need 8 damage here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we put so we have Direwolf, Knife Juggler, we're playing both of, and Power Overwhelming, like this turn. So we're going to put the Knife Juggler over here, because we're trading both of these into the 8-8. So we play the Direwolf. See where our rolls go. That was good. So it doesn't matter which one of these two we Power Overwhelming, the Egg or Defender. Both of those are going right in. Hit him in the face, say go. So we're alive, but we're probably dead if he has the Doom Guard. There it is, we're dead. Yeah, it happens in matchup, it's fine. That Sea Giant was actually insane. But he's clearly teched for the mirror. It's fine. If you're wondering why I'm still playing Loatheb, Loatheb is actually absurd. It lets you beat Freeze Mage so often. It's a nice key turns, like if when you come up to 6 mana, whether they have coin on 5 or just 6 mana for Zoo, it stops Knife Juggler Implosion. You can stop Consecration turns, you can stop combo turns from Druid. Loatheb is just very, very good in an aggressive deck when you're presenting all of the pressure. So Paladin's actually a very interesting matchup. This can go either really well or really poorly. It depends on the version he's running. A lot of the new lists now, where they have the Shielded Minibot and Zombie Chow, make it very hard for me to get through early game. So we're just going to play on curve, hope that there's no Chow. If he coins out a Shielded Minibot, things are pretty rough. We just Direwolf, we go face. He's going to be trading into our dudes anyway. We don't have anything to pop the shields. And it's not worth blowing an Iron Beak on it, because we need our Iron Beak for Tyrion in the late game. So there's a Shielded Minibot. We really want to try and have a Voidwalker here, but as we can see, we didn't draw one. So we just present an additional threat, go right to the face. We're actually going to have a very rough time against the Shielded Minibot. And he has the second one. This is going to be a very rough game. Gang Boss does some work here. And we don't want to lose our Gang Boss, so we're going to straight up trade away. So he gets an absolute 2-for-1 out of that. I got 4 damage to the face, but I also paid 3 damage to my face, so he's way ahead on tempo right now. But I do have the Gang Boss. He does have the muster, but this is a good spot for us because he's just going to go face. He doesn't want to risk anything happening from our Gang Boss. So he doesn't have the coin because he coined out the Minibot. So he can't have Quartermaster for a while yet. So we're gonna hit here, get our imp, kill this, make 2 more imps. We have our own muster for battle. Plays Shredder, that's fine. He can't profitably clear this board. I mean, he could trade all his 1/1s for all of our 1/1s. Yeah. Hit me in the face. I have a decent amount of buffs in the deck still, so we'll see if we get one. There's a Beast of Sergeant, which means we can life tap because we still have 3 more mana worth of things to do. At least, we don't want to just Loatheb here. We're not trying to protect ourselves from Consecrate. We don't have a board. Alright, Egg is fine. So we Abusive. Find out what it is. Get our Imp back. It's just a 2/2. So we really don't want to throw out Creeper because then we're just free to Consecration. So we're going to throw out our Nerubian Egg. Even though we don't really have any active buffs for it right now, we don't want to just give away a free Consecration. Like, he'd still have a 2/1 and a Consecration. This Sludge Belcher is awkward here. And I will actually probably end up dropping this Doomguard just because I'm super behind on tempo. He's still got a lot of cards in his hand. I'll go to 16, but I will get a solid chunk of damage out. I will actually be throwing away my Loatheb though. But I think that's what gives me the strongest board presence, and it's what I'm gonna have to do. Because let's see, if I play the Flame Imp and Doomguard, I Doomguard away the 3/5, so I have a 4 health Doomguard. He can either throw his entire board and his face at my Doomguard, which seems bad. He can throw the 1/2 and his face at Flame Imp and clear the 1/1 with his 2/2, which gives him the best board, but still gives me a 5/4. If he has True Silver, he can kill the 5/4, but he wastes a point on his weapon, and he trades the Flame Imp with that, leaves me with a 1/1, leaves me with 2 bodies, and I'll life tap at 7 mana? Yeah, so I think we'll have the Doomguard actually all the way on the left, because if we're playing Defender, we want it either in between here to get 4 power and 3 toughness to avoid Consecration, or to take out in between the Nerubian Egg and the 1/1. Either way, we're not defendering our Doomguard for like any reason. Just because Sylvanas, Lothab, like, there's nothing good to get 5 toughness against. Except, like, maybe True Silver, but he already has extra power on board. So we're probably actually losing this game, too. What a bad time to come in and start recording. I was 13-5, and I'm 13-7. Probably going to be 13-8 after this. But we'll see how it goes. Knife Juggler Muster? Peacekeeper. That's fine, we already got our value out of it. That is a bad Knife Juggler hit for us. So, if he wants to, he can actually preserve the taunt now because he had the Peacekeeper, so he's going to trade his 2-2 into our 3-2, hit us with the 1, and probably save his last weapon charge. Unless, okay, so that means he probably has a weapon still, and just wants to get value out of it. We have to life tap here, there's no way we don't life tap here. I would have loved to have Boom before. We could easily just be dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if he has True Silver, we're pretty dead. We don't have any taunts left in our hand. Like, what we really need in this matchup is often just Voidwalker and Defender. We mulliganed a little bit. Maybe could have mulliganed a little more aggressively, but I didn't want to give away Flame Imp in my opening, or Direwolf. Maybe I should have mulliganed Direwolf away, because it's bad against Chow, it's bad against Minibot. But it's also far better against the not Knife Juggler mid-range decks. So he's actually just going to Equality here? Oh man, Equality Consecration. Okay, so we're super dead. We need to basically draw Implosion. And instead we draw Haunted Creeper, so we're just dead. Maybe. So we have to Doom Guard, and we have to throw away our Lothab, or our Dr. Boom, which is miserable. We're being BM'd by our opponent. If he has 1 point of damage, like even a muster, we're dead. If he has a Knife Juggler, a bad coin flip could kill us. He has Dr. Boom, so we're probably just stone cold dead. Now we're dead. Alright, so this is not the best of sessions. I won 3 in a row, pulled up OBS, started recording, and now I'm back to rank 5. I just wanted to, like, I had won 3 in a row, went to rank 4, wanted to start recording. Apparently it was a terrible idea. Alright, so we have an opponent again, and I don't have any music just because I want to be able to still do, like if I get popular or whatever, I want to have monetization options on YouTube, so I can't play any copyrighted music, sorry. If I was streaming, I would just put music on, but I'm not streaming, my internet is not actually good enough for that, so this hand is awful against Hunter. We do have the coin, which is great, but we need to get to our Voidwalkers, we need to get to anything basically we can coin out for value, and this hand is absurd. Because no matter what 1-drop he plays, if he even plays a 1-drop, we just coin out our 2 1-drops, and then Abusive Sergeant can let us kill a Mad Scientist. Actually, if he plays Mad Scientist, we probably hit him in the face with our 3, no, we pop the Scientist and I hit him with our 1-3, because that'll leave us with a 1-1 taunt. He plays Knife Juggler though, which super questionable. So our 2 options here is, because their hand is obviously slow, we life tap and start getting ahead because we have this double defender, or do we trade away our Voidwalker into his 3-2 and hit him for 3, because it doesn't seem entirely worth it. So we're just gonna life tap. Alright, so we have a pretty slow hand. We trade our 1-1 for our 1-drop for his 2-drop, and we just keep our taunt alive. If he has a Wolf Rider, this play was meh. Eaglehorn Bow is fine. We really do need to get to our early drops though. Just straight life tap. Put the Voidwalker there. Make him use up the last half of the weapon. We're still really behind. We need more of our creepers. We need our knife jugglers. We need pilot edition. Okay, so this is more of a mid range. This is not a zoo deck, or not a face hunter deck. So that's actually really good that we made him burn up that weapon. That we don't have a shredder here though is, or even like a gang boss, is super awkward. We need to just put things on the field. It doesn't even matter that we'll get 2 for 1 because we can draw more cards. But because this is mid-range, we need to have board control. We don't want to have a sludge ball hit the field like that. Okay, so he's trading though, which is good for us. If I slam Loatheb, I think I have to slam Loatheb. So this is we're doing this entirely as a tempo play because he has no efficient way to kill Loatheb unless he has like a glitch vehicle, but he's mid range, so he won't. There was no other play unless we put like Gang Boss and Power Overwhelming, which is absolutely awful. This Shredder is this Knife Juggler is super awkward. Thankfully, it doesn't hit anything important. At this point, he could probably transition to just hitting face. At which point we are super advantaged because we can drop a defender, get a 6/6 out of Loatheb, run it into his 3/5, leave a 3 health taunt, and trade the 3/2 of Abusive Sergeant into the whatever comes out of the sludge, the slime. Okay, so he was trying really hard for the YOLO rolls there. So I can't life tap. I'm really behind here. I'm probably losing this game too, which is terrible because this matchup I almost never lose because you have Voidwalkers, you have these gang bosses. That was a slight misplay. I should have played the double gang bosses before I popped his Shredder just for the extra value minion. It looks like he's just gonna go full face here. We'll have to taunt up our gang bosses. Okay, Leok is actually super unfortunate. God, is he going face? Why would you go face? I mean, I guess I'm under a stupidly large amount of pressure here. But I get to defender up really hard. So if I trade here, I'll have a 3/2, which dies to this, or to Leok. 3/3 dies to Sugar, so I want it here. I think I'm still dead, because 3 hits here. This is worth 3 power, so if I take this out, he actually has to face this, and leaves him with 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm just dead. We'll see if he has it. Not like he knows he has the lethal, but like at rank 4, they know they have lethal. I'm just dead. Yeah. Wow. So, I'm right back to the middle of rank 5 again, which is not great. And I've now lost 4 in a row, so maybe I just shouldn't put this all on a video. Oh well.
Gul'dan versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. Your soul shall suffer.
Alright, so our opening hand has some good cards in it. I do think we want to get rid of both of these, because we're going to be playing our Voidwalker, probably, and we want Direwolf in this matchup, whether it's Zoo or Demon or Handlock. The second Direwolf is a bit awkward. So let's see what they turn 1. If it's a Flame Imp, we actually just coin out a Direwolf. We need to trade away for Young Priestess. Is this like OG Zoo? So here we're just going to play 2 1-drops. Because we have the second 1-drop, thankfully we drew that. And we have a Direwolf. So he could trade the Direwolf, yep. That's 100% fine by me. We traded 1-drops. But now I have the entire, like, I have board, he has no board. It's his turn 3, he's behind on mana, so this turn's actually also amazing for me. So we're gonna try to Power Overwhelming for his Gang Boss. Get another minion on board, take out his 1/1. So we're firmly in the driver's seat of this game. So it's not OG Zoo, he has the Young Priestess. Or he has the Imp Gang Boss, so it's not straight up old school Zoo. And this Flame Imp is not going to trade favorably up, nor is this Abusive Sergeant. So we're actually getting to just steamroll him with value right now. I could life tap, but again, I want to just keep this flood of things on the field. And I think I can actually be a little bit greedy here and run straight face, because he's forced to trade with one of these two. And neither one is a good efficiency trade for him. He doesn't have coins, so we can't coin Knife Juggler Implosion. Like, maybe there's some Knife Juggler plays that are bad for me here. Looks like he's doing an Implosion, which is fine. Unless he gets like a 4. Which, okay, sure. Like, he still has to run his 3-2 in my 3-1. Which is completely unfavorable to him. Because it's already 8 his Abusive Sergeant. Well, we're looking pretty bad here. So we got a Haunted Creeper, so we're just gonna tap up. So we have Knife Juggler, and we don't want to play that this turn. We want to play his Haunted Creeper. Because basically, both of these will eat up 2 of his imps. So we're falling a little bit behind, because Implosion for, like, when you get the 4 is absurd. Because I'm not playing an AoE, it's not like I have Consecration. What's he got? What's he got? What are you wondering? You have 6 mana? You already used 1 Implosion, so you probably don't have the second one. You haven't used any Knife Jugglers. But you could be holding... He could be honestly holding onto the Knife Juggler just because I was so far ahead on board for the first 4 turns. He's ahead on cards, though, because he got to start tapping first. That's the thing. Usually with the coin, you get to be on board better first, but the other person gets to tap more because they have they have more mana available to them. Oh, Defender. Okay, so Defender makes this really bad. So he gets to eat my 2/2 and probably go face? No, okay, so he's respecting the Knife Juggler possibilities. Oh, he plays the Flame Imp. So he has to cash in one of these, yep. So if I hadn't drawn Boom, I would probably slam Doomguard here, just because he's already used up so many cards, and he's already used up Implosion, that even if he uses Implosion on Doomguard, he has to still throw one of his, like, he has to still throw at least Flame Imp in, and that's with the, like, the max roll. So I don't really want to do Knife Juggler Defender, just because if I don't get this roll and kill the Flame Imp, which is like a 1 in 3, I'm ending up with a 2/3 and a 3/2 versus his 3/2 and 2/3. Or sorry, a 4/3. So if I don't kill the Flame Imp, he throws the Flame Imp, kills it for free, and gets in with his team, and I still have to trade away this. I think I have to, though, because otherwise I end up too far behind, so we just have to hope. If we don't get it, it's fine. That's also fine. So we have to trade in like this. But that lets this trade more favorably, and that gives us a better board to boom on. As long as he doesn't boom first. Please don't be boom. Okay, Void Collar. It's also probably pretty bad for us, because that's probably... Yeah, if he's playing the Gang Boss, so that's a... I don't want to deal with that. That is... Doomguard in hand. So there's no way we don't just slam boom here. It's a little bit weak to his Gang Boss, but it also puts so much power on the board. If you life step, actually, if we draw like a Power Overwhelming, we could actually just have lethal. So he's considering Power Overwhelming his Void Collar. So we know he has Power Overwhelming and Doomguard. Because that was very clearly him trying to Power Overwhelming his Void Collar and then get Doomguard out of it, but he realized that it will survive Dr. Boom. I would still make that play, though, because you run it into Dr. Boom, and then you run your Gang Boss into one of the Boom Bots, and just, if it hits your Gang Boss, sure, you get 2 Imps. If it hits that, you get your Doomguard. Honestly, actually, I would have hit the Boom Bot first. Oh no, I guess you have to protect yourself against the 4. But now you don't get your Doomguard on time. I would have just played it here, honestly. It's not worth trying to like squeeze that value out unless you have like a Shredder or something. But it looks like he's playing Void Collar over Shredder. Okay, so he did just play it, which is better for us because now we get to re-Gang Boss, drop our Doomguard, and we do want to clear this Imp because we don't want him to be able to get a buff minion and just kill our Doomguard with a 1/1. So now he's life tapping away, and I'm going to be life tapping away, but I have a much better board. If he has Implosion, that's actually super bad for us, or Bane of Doom would be actually the worst, because some of these Void Color lists play Bane of Doom, but I'm guessing he doesn't because he has the Young Priestess. Oh, there's the Implosion. That's rough. At least he only got 2, which is fine. Instant life tap. We get to re-gang, but this is going to be a very interesting game. But here's the thing, is Imps are very bad at clearing away Gang Boss, and now he's out of Implosions, he has 1 Power Overwhelming and 1 Doomguard left. I guess he could have Defender or Direwolf, because he still has 1 of those each left. That would be pretty bad for us, but we're way ahead on the race right now. And ahead on the board. If he has Boom, though, it could be a little bit awkward, but he's at, what, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, he has to start trading away. He could very easily be dead to like any top deck of mine. And this is why Boom is absurd. If I didn't have Boom, I would have been so far behind. Yeah, Void Terror is fine. If I draw a Doomguard in either my draw or my tap, he loses the game instantaneously. Enhance Mechano could actually end the game too. But we life tap because no matter what we're playing, it's Enhanso. So let's Flame Imp, let's Enhanso, and see what we get. Defender, so Divine Shield actually interacts unfavorably with Imp Gang Boss. See, I'm at 16. If he kills this, he gets an Imp, gives him 4 damage from 12, so we could have Power Overwhelming Doomguard, which is 9. So he can't kill me next turn. Unless he has like Power Overwhelming, Doomguard, life tap power overwhelming, but he already used one, so he can't kill me next turn. He has 13 cards, so there's almost no way he has power overwhelming Doomguard. So I think we go face because we have the Divine Shield, so he can't clear our board. And I want to put him where if he taps, he's dead. Like, guaranteed dead. We have 2 Divine Shield minions, there's no way. If this is a Bane of Doom, actually, it could really backfire if he gets like a Mal'Ganis, but I doubt it. I don't know why you'd play that and then life tap, you're dead. No, there's no scenario here in which he survives this.
Well played.
Oh, okay, so he has 2 mana. He could have, like, Dark Bomb, in which case he kills everything but that, or a Taunt, which is actually fine. Wow, wait, do I lose this?
Put this apple on your head.
I was wrong. I could be dead. Alright, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to put enough power on the board, or enough power off the board to be alive. This represents 4 damage, but could be Knife Juggler killed. So if I kill his Knife Juggler, he has exactly 10 damage on board, and is... So this has to either hit face or hit his 4-1. Okay, so if he gets a life tap, so I might actually lose this. That's actually so unfortunate. If he has 1 point of damage, I'm dead. In his top 2 cards. Man, so we had a double bad Knife Juggler roll. We're so not getting there.
My shield for Argon.
Holy God. Alright, well... That was an awful stream of bad luck. Maybe I should put Sea Giant in the deck for Zoomiers. Well, we'll see. Alright, what are we against? Another Warlock. Maybe I should just put this Sea Giant in there.
Your soul shall be mine. Your soul shall suffer.
I'm on the draw? So I think I keep Knife Juggler Implosion and I keep Creeper, because coining out a Creeper is actually not bad. If you place nothing turn 1, I can coin out a Juggler. Second Juggler is pretty sick. Okay, so he played nothing, so we just coin out No Fear, coin a Juggler. Life tap, so it's probably a Demon Lock or a Hand Lock. And he doesn't have coins, so we don't have to be afraid of even like Hellfire for a couple turns, so we're just gonna like lay on the hurt. If it's Hand Lock, we have to be a little bit careful about how low we get their life total. Unless we can like burst them down. Okay, so Dark Bomb, so it's confirmed one of the more control-y decks, in which case we really want to just like lay on pressure and not let them life tap, because the more they life tap, the more they're going to have their answers. So right now he's got 7 cards in hand. I think right here we just go for the absolute value. We could get a little blown out by Hellfire. That was a really bad implosion, actually. I think we're just going to risk the Molten Sun Fury. This is Handlock, he's got the Drake, so he's probably going to Shadow Flame. Which is fine, I'm going to get one more damage out of this. I think here I can actually just Loatheb? No, I need to save Loatheb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to... We've already got them so low that they were in the danger zone. But their next turn needs to be making taunts. And so the turn after that is when we Loatheb to stop them from clearing. Yeah. Alright, so now we want to Loatheb. And I'm actually going to clear it with this, giving me a 2 toughness minion, because I don't want to give him like, he's going to have Mortal Coil from Abusive Sergeant, but I don't want to give him double Mortal Coil. And now we need to start aggressively tapping for our Iron Beaks, for the Iron Beak Owl, for the Enhanced Mechano. Well played. Playing double Dark Bomb. Super hardcore handlock. Probably not even playing the Power Overwhelming to go with Sylvanas or the Shadow Flame.
Gul'dan versus Gul'dan.
Man,
Shall be mine.
maybe I'm seriously considering putting this extra. We keep the Voidwalker Gang Boss, even though Voidwalker can be some really bad tempo against Zoo. If they have their 1-2 or their 2-1s and not Flame Imp, it's actually amazing. I greet you too. Like, I might have to start attacking a little harder for the mirror. Probably take out maybe the Shredder? What is he pointing out? Knife Juggler. Oh my god. We drew Implosion too. That's bad beats. So maybe we take out the Shredder? No, that can't be right. Shredder's so good against the other matchups. We'll just play Gang Boss, it's actually really good against Knife Juggler. Can't cut a Doomguard, there's no way I cut Loatheb. What would I cut? Maybe the Owl? But that sounds so wrong. Alright, so look how much he had to invest. He had to invest... Voidwalker? That's fine. I think we can blow an Implosion here. God, man, we're having the worst Implosion luck today. So many 2s. Hang on, I need to mute my Facebook. I'm sorry about that. Oh my god. Alright, so we're gonna Owl away the Creeper and just play Art Creeper. Gives up some minorly favorable trades where he can just throw the 1 into our 2-1, he can throw his 3-1 into our 1-2 and kill our 1-1, leaving us with just a 1-1 against his 2-2, and then whatever he plays this turn. Okay, so he's life tapping, so he doesn't have anything good to play really, unless he's playing Gang Boss, which is probably bad for us. There's no way he plays nothing. Void Tear, okay. That's pretty big. We need a much better implosion out of this hit. That's what we needed to catch up. So that one I should have technically tapped first, but I knew I was implosioning anyway. We just go Faith. There's no good trade. Alright, so 3 cards. Maybe I could just start playing Void Color. I just like Shredder so much better though, because you don't. It's not situational. So we play a Defender, Argent Square, so we probably have to tap. Yeah.
The light protects me.
My shield for Argon.
It is a hiding face. We don't want to pop his egg for him. We just want to line up a good board. We actually have Enhancer in hand, so we might be able to get some pretty powerful, if greedy, power overwhelmings. His turn for a bad implosion. We got our second Doom Guard now, which is pretty awkward. So then we play Shredder and Hanzo. See what we get. We have a Wind Fury Shredder, which is pretty gross. So we hit that for free. I think that can hit face. Then hit 4/4. I think I do want to take up the 4/1. I think I want to... I don't want to give him a free Doom Guard. He's already used up Implosion. He might have Owl, so I don't want to just leave the Divine Shield here, so I'm going to just kill this. He has to deal with this Wind Fury Pilot Shredder, or we could actually just kill him. So that's 8, 13, 16, 17, yeah.
You might feel a little tingle.
Alright. So we tap first. See what we get. We get Boom. Can we profitably kill his board off? 1/1 is the 1/2.
I'm for a change.
3/2, 3/2. He's only got 2 cards. He's already used a power overwhelming, so I don't think we're in risk of being dead anytime soon. So I think we just start pressuring his life. We can't, like, trading those 2 into a game boss and giving him 2 1/1s is not profitable. And so instead, we just do this. So he wants to get... Wow, that's greedy. That's so greedy. He's dead. Unless, like, we get some really random Boombot rolls, he's super dead. So we can't lose our Boom to Boombots now.
Put this apple on your head.
Yo, actually, no, let's not risk getting wrecked by Boombot. Let's not BM super hard. I've seen people get absolutely destroyed by BMing. Look at that, we got some gold. Alright. Well, it looks like we're on our climb back up to 4. Okay, so this is a bad matchup.
Your soul shall be mine.
Just because, so I need to be very careful about Fan of Knives value. I'm going to keep actually Lotheb in my opening hand just because there are some turns where I need to have Lotheb to stop them from just dumpstering me. We have the coin and not the rogue, which is really, really important in this matchup. He kept 3 cards though. But like Fan of Knives is absurd in this matchup. It really denies my implosion value. It denies my gang boss value a lot of the time. He's probably just gonna backstab here. No, he has no backstab. Okay, so we move in on this. If he has Deadly Poison Blade Flurry on turn 3, it's pretty bad for us, but we get to follow it up with a gang boss. Wow, okay, he has it. Alright. So we make him burn a decent amount of his cards and his Blade Flurry. So he's down 1 Blade Flurry and Deadly Poison already. Sap is fine. We just replay it and play down a Voidwalker. We really need to watch out for is getting valued off of, like, Teacher. Violet Teacher is pretty bad for us. Like, right now he could go Teacher Backstab. No, Drake. Drake Backstab would actually be pretty bad. You don't have it? Okay. So next turn is turn 6, where you could have Teacher Eviscerate, so I want to deny that with Lotheb. That's why Lotheb is actually one of the saving graces of this matchup, is sometimes you just get to Lotheb for some pretty dumb value. Auto Barber is fine. Means you can't cast any other spells. It's the other card you kept in your opening hand. You could Fan of Knives. When he could Fan of Knives, kill my 1/2 with his face, and then kill my Lotheb with his 4/4, which is probably the other card he kept was Fan of Knives. That means he kept Fan of Knives, Deadly Poison, Blade Flurry, which is obscene.
This guy's tough.
SI7, okay. So he probably has a Blade Flurry, which is what he's setting up for. So if I Direwolf, so the trick here is I basically want to deny him a good Blade Flurry, but I can't do that. But what I want to do is make his board as bad after the Blade Flurry as possible for Dr. Boom. So I think I actually have to trade in my Lotheb on this 4/3 and just life tap. Okay, so this is a turn where I did it wrong. I should have life tap first because I could implosion away the prep sprint. Are you just gonna go for a fan? I might just go for a fan. But what I could have done was life tap, implosion away the 4/3, and that probably would have been far, far better than the Direwolf play. So that's a misplay on my part. If I lose, I might just lose this game of my own accord. Because I would have had a 6/3 that he had to deal with. Oh no, I still would have had to deal with a 3/2, so it's not like the worst. But an implosion is weaker against Fan of Knives, but this is still probably still would have been better to hold on to the dog. So he's gonna face tank the 3, probably going for a Fan of Knives after. Yep. Really? Well, freedom and weep. So he's down a prep, he's down a fan. He's got 1 damage on his weapon, or like 1 charge left on his weapon, so I don't know if there's anything he can do that's really scary here. What is he gonna do? Prep Eviscerate? Prep Sprint again? So you just have both of your preps. You're sprinting really hard. You're up to 10 cards in hand. That means he has no answer. Like, what are you gonna do? Sap Boom? It sounds terrible. This means Boom's gonna get a turn of damage in, which is actually amazing. God forbid we draw in Hanzo either on our turn or our tap. Double Eviscerate, sure. He's used up Weapon Charge on face? So I think we tap here, because if we can Defender up one of these Boombots, which we can't, but it would have been nice. He's drawn 1,000,000 cards, so we don't want to play our Flame Imp, because we could just be dead. If we do this, we hit him for 4, let's leave him at 16. We have 6 more, let's leave him at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I don't want to play my Flame Imp because I could easily be super freaking dead. So we're just going to leave it like this. I want to leave a decent amount of burst in my hand so that if I get like a Doomguard or an Enhancer, I can just win the game on the spot. Alright, so we're not getting comboed this turn. Fire the Teacher, what? Backstab? You got it. What are you doing, backstabbing a Boombot? Now the 2-1, sure. Is he dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? And that takes 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. We tap. Not the best. So I think we Implosion here. Wonderful. Drop the Direwolf here, so that we can trade in the Boombot. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So close. I don't want to waste my Power Warming, so we're going to... So we should trade the Boombot first so we can get our Imp out of this. Alright, so if he has a second Phantom deck, which he probably does, he's drawn 1,000,000 cards, there's only 7 left in this deck, or his Blade Flurry. I'd rather him blow like just a low damage Blade Flurry though. I don't have any heals, but... yeah. So I think I'm losing this game though. I don't have anything big enough on the board to survive. He did find his double Eviscerate to deal with the Boom. If Boom had got in for a turn, he probably just would have been dead, but we didn't get there because he had the double prep sprints. Oh, Healbot. So he's playing for a longer game. It's gonna be a Farseer. We have 4 extra damage in hand. We have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the field, 16. So if we draw Doomguard, we have 15 on the field because we traded one of our imps to make room and just deal 20. So he's debating Farseering because it was like a point at himself. Dagger, Blade Flurry? Deadly Poison. Hit me, Blade Flurry. No! No way! Alright, so we life tap. God, where are our Doom Guards? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. So I think we're dead. Like, we can't win. We're very, very definitely dead next turn. We needed Doomguard, we needed Enhanso, even Defender of Argus, like, we just needed something. Oh, they just play that. We're super dead. That's frustrating. Like, that was just super frustrating. But it happens. Like, if you play enough games, you do run into those games where you just, like, have both of your Doom cards in the, like, last 10 cards of your deck after you draw a million cards.
Gul'dan versus Uther. I will fight with
Alright.
Your soul
So we've been going for about an hour. We started 13-5. We're now 15-11, so we're like 2-6 or something terrible. They will get their entire hand. I'm really tempted to keep Coin Knife Juggler with Haunted Creeper. I don't think I need this. I want to keep Nerubian Egg actually in Gang Boss because I want to have Consecration Insurance for with the Nerubian Egg. So we'll see how this goes. Just don't zombie chow me, please. Yeah. Alright, Knife Juggler. And then depending on the play, if they play like a mini-bot, we're Voidwalkering right up. If they play like Hero Power, we're probably just gonna Haunted Creeper. Mini-bot. Welcome to value. Alright. Hero Power. Awesome. Oh, we got a Abusive Sergeant. I don't want to be that open to Consecration, though, honestly. So I can Gang Boss, or I can go Nerubian Egg and be really good against Consecration. So we'll go Nerubian Egg. Kill the 2-1. Kill the 1-1. Glorious. So now even if we get Consecrated, we have a 4-4. This game we're probably winning, I think. We're so far ahead. They played a Shields Minibot and Hero Powered. We played 4 cards. Shredder, I don't care. So we have Direwolf and Haunted Creeper. So we'll play Haunted Creeper. See where the ping hits. Right there. So we'll trade our 2-1 immediately because we want to see if we can kill it for free. And we can. Wow, our Knife Juggler is on roids this game. Now even if he Consecrates, we'll get 6 power on the board. At this point we can probably just trade our Knife Juggler in. We'll life tap though, see if we get Power Overwhelming. Oh. Okay, so this game is going significantly better than the last few. Let's just guarantee the lethal after Consecration, because it'll put him to 8, and it'll leave 8 power on the board with the 4-4 and the 4 1-1s. So it's like, even if you Consecrate here, he's dead. Oh, sorry, I forgot 7 health, so he's super dead. Yeah. That was just absolute tempo steamroll. So maybe I never want to cut the Direwolves though because they're so good with Implosion and Gang Boss. Still haven't quite figured out what I want to cut if I were to try and put in the Sea Giant. Because none of the cards are expendable. Boom is obscene.
Your soul shall be mine.
Oh, I get an extra card. So I kind of want to keep this Nerubian Egg in the Defender. And the Flame Imp. Because we can go 1-2, turn 3. So I think we pitched the Power Overwhelming. So we'll see what they play for their turn 1. If they play nothing, we're probably going to... no, we drew Direwolf, so we knew it would be an egg, 100%. Because now we can go Wolf, Boss, Defender, which is super good. Fisklev Zuka, it's a little awkward, but it's fine because we still get to go Gang Boss into Defender. Huffer. Gross. That is super tempting. And Knife Drug is actually really good against him. So we'll play... Yeah, we have to play Knife Juggler first. We'll trade Dorks. Mine will go off first. Trade for Huffer. Play this, hopefully kill one of his 1/20s. Oh, okay, we hit face, which is pretty bad, but we have 10 power on board. He has to deal with some of it, or he will just lose. So he's probably going to trade in for the Knife Juggler, unless he gets a weapon. Or is bad. Oh, and we drew in Hanzo. So we have some absurd turns coming up.
My shield for Argon.
We just snap trade this. So we can theoretically just kill him next turn if we get Wind Fury off in Hanzo. I mean, he's going to trade in for this Knife Juggler. There's no way he lets that live. We get Wind Fury. That's 6, 12, 16. So I think we roll for it, because if we get it on this, he just dies instantly. We hit him for... Oh, okay, so let's think. If we get Wind Fury on Nerubian, it's 8, 10, he 20s him right by itself. If we get Wind Fury on Defender, that's 6, 8, 16, 20. So if we get Wind Fury on either of them, we win the game. We get Double Taunt, which is actually not bad. He used up an Owl, and it takes both of these to get through the 4/4. So I'm going to trade away the Owl, because it's a beast. And I'm going to actually... Abuse is weak against Unleash the Dogs. If he does Unleash the Dogs, he gets 4, runs them all except for 1, because the Spectre Spider's not a beast, into my 4/4. No, he runs 2 and Leper Gnome into the 4/4. Leaves him with 2. That puts him to 13, which makes Power Overwhelming... I also just don't want to tap, so I think we do this. If he gets Unleash, it's a little weak, because you can Unleash Hero Power Us. He has 4 dudes. 2 go 1, 2. He trades the 1/1 into the 2/1. Secret? Okay, can we beat Explosive? Do we life tap? Can we win if we get anything? If we life tap, we get to have 8, 9. If we get Doomguard, if we get Defender, we get to have 8, 8, and leave a 1 health taunt? So if we play Gang Boss, we will end up with 3 power on the board for 5 power. So then we have to play Gang Boss. We power Overwhelming here. We attack with abusive in case it's not explosive, but it is explosive, we know that. He was transparent as hell. This leaves us at 7. And leaves us with lethal on the board. Are we dead? Oh, okay. You got me. Like, sure. So I want to try and get back to at least rank 4 before I stop. I'm probably just gonna stop at 2 hours if I hit that anyway, because I'm just starting, so I don't know how long my YouTube videos should actually be. But we'll see how this session goes. I'll probably keep playing, but I probably won't keep playing with the video going.
Your soul shall be mine.
We're against Chris. I think we played Chris earlier. Voidwalker, Haunted Creeper, Imp Gang Boss is a pretty solid curve. We just keep that. We can top deck into other things afterward. It looks like we got Abusive Sergeant.
Why do you call?
Alright, so we can probably just Abusive Sergeant away the Zombie Chow. We could also develop our board with a Haunted Creeper, and then, because this won't kill it, we can trade it away next turn, which seems fine. Unless we play something dumb like Coin Cog Hammer would be a little bit annoying. But I don't think it's that important. Yeah, no, this is fine. So we know we get to Abusive Sergeant, traded in for the Zombie Chow anyway. Do I? Or do I just develop this Gang Boss? No, I think we life tap and we trade away.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Get the health back from the life tap. Next turn we can Voidwalker Gang Boss, and then Argist up Gang Boss is pretty sick. It's like a Testinga that just spits out dudes.
Let me think.
Coin Shredder? Sure. So actually in this case I think I'm going to defend her up. Because I just get... Well, no, because we can play the Voidwalker and get value out of that because this trades right up for the Shredder. I'm going to put the Gang Boss here. I think. Because I want to be taunting up the Gang Boss no matter what. And if I want the 2-2 Creeper or the 3-2 Abusive, yeah. So put the Gang Boss there. Hit him in the face. Say go. Yes, Consecrate. No big deal, because we get 3 extra power out of it, and we're only losing 4. I mean, okay, so if he has True Silver, it's a little bit silly here. No, if he had True Silver, he would have hit the 1-3 with his face. Ow. Okay, so he's setting up for a Consecrate, I think. It's pretty transparent. So I want to see what pops out of this Shredder, and we can defend her up if we want. So I think I want to take out the 2-1 with my 1-1. I'm going to kill this with the Gang Boss. And then play a fresh Gang Boss. Just because if I defend her up, he just gets to consecrate everything away for free. I don't know what he's thinking about. You just wait. What? What? I don't understand that play. Because now I get to do some really
My shield
obnoxious
for
shenanigans here. So I could let this be in consecrate range, but instead I won't. I'll go ahead and cash this in. And again, because I'm worried about consecrate right here, and I have a huge board regardless, I don't need to play this flame imp. Even if he has True Silver Champion, it leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power on board, which is fine.
Chapel on your head.
Knife Muster, sure.
Scales off.
Minibot, okay.
Reporting for duty.
That's fine by me. Okay, so now I get to Knife Juggler. Do I want to Doomguard though? Because Doomguard would actually be some absurd pressure. So I could Knife Juggler or Doomguard. If I'm going to Knife Juggler, I should. So let's see. Wait, if it hits what do I do? So if it hits the Minibot, I trade face. If it hits the 1/1, pop take trade. So it doesn't matter if I kill something first. If it hits face, is probably the most awkward, in which I do this. Defender, trade. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If I draw an Argus, I want to be able to defend these two against Consecration afterward. And it will be gone. And if I play a Doge, I want to put it between probably these two. So I'm just going to put this here to play around that. So this goes face, this goes face, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. Beautiful turn. Beautiful, beautiful turn. You could have Peacekeeper for my, oh, Equality Consecrate. I did not play around that properly. Maybe I should start respecting the equality. I just, like, people have been playing it for so long. That was bad on my part. I did not respect Equality Consecrate. Oh god, if he has Tyrion to follow this up, I'm pretty screwed. Boom is also pretty bad. Okay, so we have the Owl for Tyrion. We're going to save it for Tyrion and only Tyrion. So I think I just have to throw both of these in there. And I do think I don't want to play Argent Squire because then he gets a free Consecrate, in which he just consecrates, trades a Boombot. No, okay, I can't respect the second Consecrate that much. I need to have a clock, because if he plays Tyrion, I need to be able to silence Tyrion and put on like a 2-turn clock. Lay on Hands is a little bit annoying. We just have to hope for Boombots to face. Or he just gets absolutely absurd Boombot rolls. So I need to develop my board. There's no way I just let this keep happening.
I fight.
I thought they fixed that. I thought you can't give Divine Shield to a minion with Divine Shield already. So we're at least resilient to Consecrate here. I don't know where his musters are. He's not. There's no way he's not playing muster. We could get quarter mustered here. He just make 4 3/3s because he goes muster, hero power, quartermaster, and he just makes like 12 power. Plus the 2/5 from quartermaster himself. So I think we're losing this game. We needed to have way more minions left from that Boombot shenanigans. Tharasan. True Silver, take out the 4-2. So I think I'm losing here, straight up. There's no way. I drew Piloted Shredder according to Deck Tracker. So we insta-life tap. I think at this point we can't not go face. We have some resilient threats. Just keep hitting the face with them. He's 9 power. He could consecrate. That's more power. So I don't think he doesn't have any play that instant kills me. Because he's Paladin, he doesn't have the burst combos. Okay, so he could go like double hammer. If he has like 3 mana hammer, 4 mana hammer, 3 mana consecrate, that's 8 plus the 9 damage he has. He only actually needs hammer consecrate, right? Yeah. Because that would be 5 plus the 9 on field. Might not be playing hammer though, if he's playing Shredders and Knife Jugglers and Equality and Chow.
Reporting for duty.
This game is not going as well as our other game against Chris. One, two, three, four, 5. Nerubian Egg is not what we want to see at this stage of the game. So if we silence here, trade and see what we get. He has 4 power on board. So I'm dead to Hammer, Avenging, second True Silver. If I trade for that, I'm still dead to all of those because I can't kill him fast enough. So I think we just have to make a 4-4. We need to just like have board and hope for the top decks. Yeah, Dr. Boom is so much board control. It's absurd. He has the Tyrion to follow up the silence. He has the muster. I'm dead. He has Quartermaster. He's just styling on me. God. Alright. How long have we been doing this? For 128? We'll do one more game and then I'll stop. This one might not even get uploaded. This is not the greatest of sessions. Nah, we'll upload it.
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
Oh, mage. Okay, so this should actually be a good matchup. I have a good matchup with most mages except for like Nutdraw Mech Mage. Because Gang Boss is really important against Freeze Mage. I want my good 1-drops and I want Knife Juggler. Tempo Mage is usually pretty good because you can play around all of their spells. All their spells are good tempo, but they're all very, very you so much have so much potential to play around counter spell, play around. Oh, so this is Tempo Mage. So we kept this and one other card. So I think we just play Flame him. If he has the Frostbolt or Flame Cannon, I want it to be aimed at this. I want him to have to actually work to kill either Gang Boss or Knife Juggler. If he plays Flame Cannon here, Sorcerer's Apprentice, nothing. Nothing. Okay, that was questionable to say the least. So I think we want to make a Gang Boss and go for... Here's the other thing we're doing with this trade, is we're forcing a ping. There is no mana efficient play or no tempo efficient play really that's not ping. I mean, he could go like ping flame cannon is like worst case scenario, and if he had flame cannon, he would have used it on our 3-2 and then hit us in the face for 2.
Many secrets.
Really? You value that much? Is he going face? No, he's going to trade. What am I particularly worried about? So I don't care about Mirror to see if I play the wolf. Trade there, get a 1-1 out of it. So now, like, again, where he has this awkward turn where his best, like, tempo or board is just, like, trading his creatures and pinging. He has unstable portal, that could actually catch him up, though. Hit, ping, play nothing? Play nothing, okay. So, now we start developing our actual cards we want to have. Now that we've traded away a lot of his early game tempo. His unstable portal could still just run us way over. But our win rate's down to like 55% from like the 70% it was earlier. Wow. Okay, so I kind of want to... Okay, so what we're going to probably be doing here is power overwhelming the egg, which kills the 4/4, gives us a 4/4, and it makes us not want to defender this turn, so we're going to life tap. So it's probably just going to be power overwhelming, hit here. Let's see, if we're going to be defending, we want to have these options, so we probably want to be taunting up the Divine Shield, and probably the 5/5. We're probably almost never taunting up our Knife Juggler, unless we just need to get like the 4 power and just get a free kill, like if he plays a Drake here. No, I guess I should have put the 1/1 on the other side of the 4/4. So he gets really lucky with the Flame Cannon. That's not really lucky, actually. That was decent. Alright, so here's where we get to do some really free things. Where we defend her up. We go here. And now even if he Flame Strikes, he still has to deal with a 5/5. And we have like Enhancer Defender next turn. Enhancer could actually just kill him next turn. This is why I play Enhancer, because like sometimes you just have free wins out of it. And even against like Face Hunter, sometimes you have like 4 imps and you just make 3 of them taunt or whatever. Frostbolt, okay. So because we're not playing Doomguard, we life tap, even if we play Doomguard. Okay, so we have possibility to kill, so we're going to just drop our Enhance out and see what we get. Alright, so our Wind Fury is there. So I think we're going to power overwhelming the Doge. Let's see, okay, wait, can we kill them? If we hit with Nerubian, hit with this, and we hit him twice for 7? Okay, that's not lethal. So we'll instead go for the more value-oriented play of power overwhelming, trade, or there's sort of trading. Hit here, hit him for 6, hit him for 5, hit him for 3 again. Say go. Because we could only do 16 with the if we power overwhelming the defender. But it's over. We have a 5/5 Divine Shield taunt. Move over Sunwalker. Alright. So we'll end on that note. We'll end right back in the middle of rank 5 where I've been stuck for a while. I've been bounced up to rank 4 twice, but overall, that's what we got. That'll be my first video. I'll probably be streaming a bunch of these. Not streaming, I'll probably be doing a couple of these in a row. Maybe I'll do shorter video sessions next time. Let me know what you think. We're getting actually pretty close to our Golden Warlock. We actually don't have a whole lot on our others, just because back in... I guess I have quite a decent amount on Hunter. But back in the early seasons, I played a lot of the original Zoo list just because I came from Magic the Gathering. I still play Magic the Gathering quite competitively, and just Zoo was everything I wanted to do. It was tempo. I got to draw free cards by just using my hero power. I got to have so much board control and pressure and tempo, and just the deck was absurd. Sometimes you still just like randomly lost to Miracle Rogue because that's how that deck worked. But the original Zoo list was something else. I mean, it's still like you could probably play it and hit like rank 6, rank 5, but it's just not as good because there are new cards out like Implosion, Gang Boss that are just so efficient. But I'll stop rambling for now. I'll see everyone later. Yeoman 5. Yeoman on Battle.net just because there was no reason to have the extra 5. Dunno. So, alright, that's my video for today. We'll end it here, about just an hour and a half. And I'll see everyone next time. Peace.